to check that the live is up on Facebook and YouTube. So if you have not already, go grab your favorite drink before we get started. Let's see. View my channel. It looks like I'm live on YouTube. If it will do the thing. Okay. All right, I am officially live on the Book of Faces, because that's what I like calling it. It's fun. It's super fun. It's super, super, super fun. Okay, and I am also live on the tube of you. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. And subscribe and save. So, what's up, homies? I'm Heidi. I'm a work at home business owner at Heidi.com, as well as a homeschool mom of 12 and 14-year-old girls. I go live on Facebook and YouTube on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific. During the live, I share about things going on with my business, homeschooling, and our personal lives. Be sure to follow on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube to get notifications when I post videos or go live, and feel free to like or hit the thumbs up button, as this helps more people just like you see the videos and come hang out. If you are joining me live tonight, please comment with hashtag live, or if you're watching on the recording, comment with hashtag replay. This lets me know when people are watching and if I need to change up my times or days. If you aren't already subscribed, be sure to check the pinned link to sign up for the email list for updates about new products, blog posts, sales, and other fun things going on. All right, let me close my script down. You can see the things. I'll open this window. Okay. Oh, yeah, that was a whole lot. That was a whole lot. Okay, let me put the subscribe in YouTube because it doesn't ever want to go in there. I don't know what's up with that. First order. HeidiMine.com/subscribe. Although don't go to Heidi, don't go there right now. If you're watching during the live, don't go to my website because it's down right now. It has been down since 6:30 this morning. Because sometimes that's how life rolls. You wake up and your website is down, and it has been down all day. And I tried to contact tech support today, and yeah, I don't know. I contacted, so I have, 2 years ago, I bought a course about how to build a website, like how to create my own. Um, because I wanted to know all the back end stuff so that I could fix it if I needed to, or at least have like an idea of some of the basic things on how to fix it. And with that came some tech support. It is a live human being. He is in another country. I don't remember where he is, to be perfectly honest. Very nice man. Um, and he usually is able to help me within 24 hours. And he's super fast, and he just goes in, he gets it done, and it's awesome. And I'm not going to share his name because you have to actually have purchased this course to get his services. If he ever does become a private contractor, though, I will happily share his information because he is worth every penny of whatever he gets paid, and probably a lot more. So he's amazing. And however, when I posted this morning that my website was down, I think like he wasn't up yet, or I don't know, maybe he was taking a little break or something. So I contacted my hosting company, and I sat in their live chat queue for about 30 minutes, and then I had to go pick up my grocery order. But it didn't matter because they disconnected me anyway. Happy days. So they did send me an email, and I sent one back saying, thank you for contacting me, because they don't have to. They could have just been like, get back in the queue, girl. Um, and I just let them know my website's down. I'm getting like the white screen of death. Can you help a girl out? So between the two tech supports, hopefully it'll be back up tonight, possibly tomorrow. I don't know. I didn't do anything to it. Like, um, I did nothing. I added a few like draft listings yesterday, but that was during the day, and then sometime last night I did delete a bunch of backups, but they were like super old backups, and they I didn't delete them from the website. I deleted them from my Google Drive. But I had like backups. I had 6 months of backups in my Google Drive, and I don't need those because I don't need to go back 6 months. It updates every week. It saves a new update, whatever. So I saved everything from July. I like keeping roughly a month worth of update or backups, and then everything else just goes in the trash. Uh, but they're not really connected that way. Like it saves to my Google Drive, but it's not like a reverse thing. So I don't know. It looks like someone tried to log into my website at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and that wasn't me. Um, so maybe they did something, but hopefully it gets to be working again soon. I don't know. My oldest asked me, we were talking, she went with me to go pick up the grocery order. I was rare form today, driving to Concord. That's where our Sam's Club is. I think we're supposed to be getting a Sam's Club here in Brentwood. I hope so. I know we're supposed to be getting a Costco, and the location is horrible. I don't, I know that like the powers that be in this area don't watch my YouTube channel or are interested in my Facebook, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if ever you are, pick better locations. Like, no. The In and Out is terrible, and you're gonna put in a Costco, like if in the same general vicinity? No, no. So dumb. So stupid. I don't know where you people go to school, but it's not the school of common sense. So that was the mood I was in today when I had to drive to Concord. People were either driving too fast or too slow, especially on the way home. Nobody wanted to drive the speed limit, and I was not nice. And so Sammy and I were talking about Deadpool. I don't, I don't know why the two are related, but probably my mouth was rather Deadpoolish. So she wants to watch Deadpool. I don't think I'm completely against it. She's 14 and a half. I don't know. I don't, it's been a minute since I've seen Deadpool. But I told her that if she wants to watch Deadpool, she has to go back and watch all of the X-Men movies with me. Because she has to, in my opinion, understand the connection between Deadpool and Wolverine. Um, so when I'm done here, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch the first X-Men movie. And I told her, don't think that they go in any kind of order or connection, because they really don't. They were just out like in the universe, just doing their own thing. People die, people don't die. Every movie is a completely different piece of art, and it's awesome. It's awesome. So yeah, that's what I get to do next. Yeah. So it is the end of the month. It is Harry Potter's birthday. Harry Potter is 3 years and 10 days younger than I am. Did you know that? I mean, I think I'm old enough to be Daniel Radcliffe's mother, which is weird, but the character of Harry Potter is actually a itty bitty baby Gen Xer, and I really love that. It makes me feel not so wrong for loving Harry Potter, because like it's definitely a millennial thing. Don't hate me for that. It's what my kids tell me. But it is. Like Star Wars is very Gen X and boomers, but Star Wars is Gen X, and I'm a big Star Wars geek. But I don't know. I like Harry Potter. I like the idea of witches and wizards and all of that. So I'm like, so it should be acceptable. And the if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, then you might have seen this today. But the seventh book for Harry Potter, the final one that completed that particular set of the series, it was actually released on my 30th birthday. I did get my copy on my 30th birthday. I did not read it that day because we had a party. Um, I don't do a lot of birthday parties, but when you turn 30, you do a birthday party. I was gonna do one for 40 and I didn't, and then I was gonna do one for 45, um, and that did not work out. So I don't know, maybe 50. 50's a few years away still. A few, a few. Um, yeah. So at the end of the month, I will be doing my live as a sort of check-in on goals. Um, And since I did not actually set any goals as far as like on my channel at the beginning of the month, I am just going to go over a little bit of kind of just my personal kind of goal stuff. Um, One of my planners, my business planner that I talked about not too long ago, it has a very cute little monthly, please excuse my nails. I got to do them. It has a monthly wrap up. So it asks for the number of sales, the expenses, and then it has like the information about my followers and reflections and wins and that stuff. So I'm excited to do this tomorrow. I did do it in June, but I'm not going to share that stuff with you guys. Sorry. Um, I don't think my sales were better. I had a few more sales in July than in June. But my like followers and my subscribers and that sort of thing, um, I did not, I think I lost email subscribers and I'm totally okay with it. It sounds horrible that I'm all happy smiley, but mm, a lot of my email subscribers were from my old business, and for some reason they just never dropped off, and I don't sell that same thing anymore, and I don't want to be like, hey, here's the boot, because some of them have come back and purchased the new things that I'm selling, but I don't know. Oh, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Sarah used to work at a bookstore when she was right out of high school and got to work the midnight Harry Potter book release parties. She says it was fun. I can imagine that would have been super, super fun. Um, yeah, that would have been fun. Uh, I'm really kind of sad. I was just saying this the other day. Somebody borrowed one of my copies of Harry Potter. Like, I wasn't so sidebar real quick. I was in my 20s when Harry Potter was released. I don't remember. I was an adult. I was out of high school. I was full adult. I needed to go somewhere in the city. I might have been going to jury duty. I seem to get called for jury duty a whole lot because I just got called again. I think it's like every 2 years for me. It's crazy. But if you're a homeschool mom, you don't have, yeah, you can get excused if you're a homeschool mom. Just saying, or dad probably. Um, so anyways, so I was going out to San Francisco, and I hate driving in the city, um, because that's what we call it, the city. And so I take BART, and I took BART, and I saw somebody working at the BART station. She was like in where like we don't really do tickets like that. They don't sell tickets at the booth. They haven't for a really long time, but they have someone that's like sitting in the booth as if they sell tickets, and they were reading Harry Potter, and it was a grown adult, and I was just like, "Is that good?" And they were like, "Yes, it's so good. You have to read it." And so I think the first two or three books I bought were paperback because that's like what I bought at the time. I think the first two were paperback, and then I started buying them in hardcover. And somebody borrowed one of my books. It's either the third or the fourth one, and they never returned it. And I'm so upset about that. and I still know their name, and I should find them on Facebook and be like, "Where's my Harry Potter book?" I doubt they still have it. You never know. You never know. Um, so that was a really weird side story about Harry Potter. Um, yeah, I don't know. My kids, Sarah knows this already, and I don't know. My kids don't really like Harry Potter. They don't want to sit through me reading it. They don't want to sit through hearing someone else read it. They don't want to watch the movies with me. They're someone else's alien children because they also don't really like Star Wars. And I don't know if that's like their like that's their way of being rebellious. Um, because I super nerd out about stuff like that, but whatever. They'll I don't know. They'll figure out what's cool eventually. Um, so yeah. So the end of the month Wednesdays are going to be going over things that I set goals for and just kind of seeing what worked, what didn't work. Obviously, I have still not cleaned my sewing room. Um, we're gonna get there. We will get there. My air conditioner for this room broke. I don't even want to say it broke. I have what's called a ductless mini split in here, and it was making this really awful noise, which I posted to Facebook because that's what I do. And I tried to ask my dad for help about like what it could be, and apparently I took it apart wrong. I don't know. I never worked on a mini split before. So I was able to get someone out, but like it had already started heating up, so it got really warm in here, even with a fan on. But I didn't want to use it and damage it more because it sounded like it was the fan. Uh, and parts can be expensive. So he came out, and I'm just gonna say, this is another rant. I'm just saying, Goodman, Daikin, you need to do something about those mini splits because I, the guy that came over, he used to work for my dad, and so I know him. And he comes over and he takes the lid off, and we're looking at it, and like you barely touch it, and the whole fan attachment moves, like the whole big brackety doodah. That's a technical term. The whole thing moved. So I'm pretty sure that it just wasn't like that at some point, possibly when it was just being transported to my house, that it shifted slightly because it's always made this noise. And that, the more it hits the side, the more it's going to keep hitting the side. So he was able to move the fan. It didn't take very long. It was actually very quick, fairly painless. He got it all put back together. It has been on and working for over 24 hours, and I have not heard that sound again. So I'm super happy about that. But Goodman, Daikin, who whatever you want to call yourself now, get it together. It's the piece literally just sits on top of the condenser coil, and that's stupid because there's no way to attach it to something to make it not move. So every time you take the lid off of it to do any kind of maintenance at all, the whole thing is going to move. It's again, school of common sense, people. I'm on a tear. I don't know if my coffee was stronger today or what, but you're all getting full Heidi tonight. So I will be cleaning up this room. I have a bunch of sewing projects that I want to work on that I'm really kind of excited about. Sammy wants me to make her a Halloween costume. So she's already angry with me because it's, August tomorrow and I haven't started it yet. I don't know. But we'll figure something out. We'll figure and maybe Sarah's girls will come over and I'll teach them how to do some sewing. Um, I'm really always scared of teaching people how to sew because I have this thing. I've always known how to sew. I've always known how to use a sewing machine since I was a very young child. And I always know when I'm getting tired and I need to stop sewing because I start imagining my fingers going under the presser foot. And when that happens, it's like, oh, it's time to stop sewing. I've, knock on wood, never Never gotten a finger stuck in a needle, not in the regular sewing machine, not in the embroidery machines, none of that. So the girls keep changing what they want to be for Halloween. Yes, they do. They really I'm like, I thought you guys had a plan for this. And she was like, no, we changed our minds. That's my Samantha voice. No, we changed our minds. Doesn't sound anything like her, just for the record. Yeah, kids and Halloween, man. Uh, so I have my father-in-law brought a desk over. It was my mother-in-law's, and it has like a roll top, and I've always loved that desk because I really like always wanted a roll top desk. I don't yeah, I'm a nerd. I don't know why. So we had him bring that over. So now we need to do more work to the guest room so we can get the desk in there. And we also need to finish the living room and the dining room and all the other things. Yeah. But we're getting there. Little baby steps. I'm getting closer to, I'm not going to say done because done is a really far way away, but we are getting there. I started looking at Greg, my husband Greg. He used to have a lot of trains. I mean, he doesn't anymore. Now we have them. Um, and they're G scale trains, so they are huge. I had this huge engine on my refrigerator, and it just kind of has been sitting there. Like it was, he put it up there, because the refrigerator is really tall, and I don't put stuff on the refrigerator because I can't reach it. Uh, but it was like it took up like the entire width of the refrigerator. It's like I don't know, over 2 feet long. It's huge. And I looked it up online and people are selling that thing for like $400. Do you know what I could do with $400? Not buy a train. That's a thing. Oh, I really am on fire tonight. So I talked to I talked to my father-in-law and I said, I'm thinking about selling these trains. And he collects trains, but his are like the smaller, like little, I don't know what scale they are. I honestly have no idea how scale works with trains. It's not really my forte. Uh, but I know that I have that big old monster. I have two new in box trains, like set trains. I have a bunch of box cars out in the patio. There's a few more engines in there. I have like a big Costco box and it's like overflowing. I need to clean them up though because they've been outside. But we used to have, when my nephews were little, like a dozen or so years ago, our backyard was like really nice, and Greg had built an outdoor train setup. And my nephews would come over and they would just play out there with the trains. It was really cool. But like Greg had this thing where every couple of years he'd need to change out the backyard for something else. And he used to have shelving. Like you can see like the patch spots. There used to be a bunch of shelves here and then over at the front of the garage or back of the garage. I guess I'm at the front. Um, and he had all of the trains like up on the shelving, and I took them all down when I took over the garage. Um, but yeah, I'm like, hey, I could pay off some credit cards with this. So that's where we're at. We're gonna sell some trains. Um, and yeah, and so that's on my list, making money. Um, and then like I need to get rid of I have an air compressor. It's brand new, sort of. It's been in the backyard. My mom said, "Oh, you can leave that uncovered." Probably not the best idea. But that's yeah. But things are getting done. We have a like the back of the van is ready to go to Goodwill, so we're going to be dumping a bunch of stuff for that. That'll be happy, and then I can keep going on the patio. And then I can have Sarah over. Wouldn't that be fun, Sarah? You could come over, we'll barbecue and do the live. It'd be so fun. Sarah does not want to be live. I mean, maybe she would if she was with me, but she's she's already said she doesn't want to do lives. So yeah, so next Wednesday with it being the first Wednesday of the month, I will go over goals, like new August goals for my business and possibly the home. Um, yeah. And then like that'll be like a thing. Like every first Wednesday of the month, I'll talk about what I'm gonna do for the month, and the last Wednesday of the month, I'll tell you if I succeeded or if I failed. Um, yeah, it's progress. Progress. Uh, I am waiting to hear back from the college because they sent me a text message. They're really hot and cold. Like now that I'm on this tear, I'm just gonna rip into everyone. Um, the my advisor sent me the super passive aggressive email a week and a half ago that I'm not returning his messages. He literally sent me one email the day before, and that was it. And then I had been like the financial department was asking me for clarification on tax documents, and I was pulling that together. So it took me a couple days to get back to them. Um, because my tax filing changed from 2022 to now because my husband passed away, and I was trying to find like a really nice way to say that, and then they like the passive aggressiveness just irked me, so I just wrote them a letter that says my tax status changed because my husband died. Like don't come at me with your passive aggressive nonsense. But like then so I get back to him and I said, I'm sorry I missed your one email. I got the paperwork in, and now I haven't heard anything from them since. Nothing. Crickets. Except today, I got a text message saying, check your email because you're going to have orientation soon. So I keep logging into my student portal. Nothing. Crickets. All crickets. And I'm just like, y'all need to figure out this financial stuff first before you start sending me classes because that ain't a thing. But apparently, I already have 12 or 14 credits from my failed attempt at college before. So super stoked about that. Apparently I each buy enough classes to get some credits. So I'm like, cool, cool. And then the kids start their school the week after. So we'll see how things go. Sarah knows what I'm feeling. It's a lot. Yeah, I should not be giving myself so many goals, but I'm going to because I feel like I work better under stress, and less sleep. If I if I sleep more than 6.5 hours, I'm kind of worthless. And yeah, so maybe I just need to go back to sleeping like 6.5 hours, and I'll just be on fire every day getting so much done. You will love it. Um, so the last thing that I will talk about, and then I'm gonna go watch X-Men, is I ordered some fabric. I should not have ordered fabric because I need to pay bills, not create more. But, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. I I want to work out. I want to do some exercises. Yeah, Sarah, so much to do. It's crazy. Um, and Sarah, I am going to be hitting you up soon about helping me when I get my backyard actually cleaned up. I want to do some garden stuff because we've been going through a crazy amount of tomatoes, and I'm like, I can grow tomatoes. Like that's not too hard for me. But yeah, we'll talk about that. So so I want to start working out. I want to start like just feeling better. Like it's not, yes, I would like to lose weight. I think that is like a common thing for so many women, even men, like I the thing, right? And I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel better, but I want to do it. I want to feel healthy. Like I want to feel like I'm not struggling all the time. And I went to fill up water bottles today because if you live in Contra Costa County, you know we don't drink the water out of the tap. I don't care how clean they say it is. We don't drink the water out of the tap. We don't talk about Bruno, and we don't drink the water out of the tap. So I go to fill up the water bottles. And eventually I'm gonna have to get the smaller bottles because I have 5-gallon bottles and I fill up 3 of them at a time. I have 4 bottles now. and I went to go fill them up today. They're somewhere in the vicinity of 40 to 45 pounds each. And people love to stare at you when you're walking the 10 to 15 feet from the filling station to your car. I don't know if they're trying to see if I'm going to actually make it, but I made it all the times. Um, Nobody ever offers to help. Like, I had some man once ask me for like directions somewhere while I'm carrying this thing, and I stopped to talk to him, and I'm just holding the bottle, and he's just chatting it up with me, and I'm like, this is not light, dude. Um, but also our kitty litter is 40-pound boxes as well when that comes in. So I, yeah, so I can lift stuff. I would just like to be able to lift it easier, especially when I'm turning the bottle like you, like I all the things eventually. I really should get one of the water bottle things that like you put it on the bottom, but mine is the old school that you have to like do over. And I almost took out the water bottle stand once because I didn't lift it high enough and the whole thing started to tip. So I'm trying to like not spill 5 gallons of water and not demolish the stand. Yeah. So I want to work out, I want to lose some weight, but I'm a big girl and I'm a big girl in the upstairs. And sometimes I make the joke about the whole black eyes, right? You have a top loader one too, yeah. Which is funny because now I'm talking about bras. I snorted. Uh, so I know Sarah's like, oh Heidi. Um, so I'm not gonna really give myself black eyes, but I like to joke about that. That I want a bra that's gonna keep the girls contained. Um, so I ordered some bras because nobody carries. If you're a big girl, nobody carries your size. Period. Period. Um, so and I don't care what they say about the measurements. The measurements do not work when you're a big girl. I nope, because I measured myself and I went to you can't even go to Victoria's Secret for stuff. I went to Torrid because all over their website it says we carry these in stock. And I said, well, I should be this size. And then the lady measured me because she even had a tape measure. And I'm watching her, and I have been measuring human beings forever. Um, and I know she measured me right. And she came up with basically the same measurement I did. And according to the way that they tell you to buy a bra, that thing would have done nothing. I could have just walked around with nothing. It was doing nothing. So I don't know. I'm just tired of it. So sports bras are even worse because I don't know why they think we don't need a closure, but we need to be able to open it and close it because if you don't, you like I have one sports bra that when I first got it, before I really broke it in, I went to take it off once and I was about 5 seconds from just cutting that thing off of me. I thought I was going to be buried in it. It was not coming off. Oh, I really hope this goes out to some girls that understand because sports bras. It is not it's really no wonder nobody wants to actually lose weight. If you can't actually wear things that support you without feeling like you're suffocating or that you are completely trapped in it, I don't know. I know some girls like to be tied up, but not that way. So, enough inappropriate humor. I ordered some sports bras from Old Navy because they're like, we got plus size, not in the store, but online. And I found like I thought I was finding a decent sale, but really they ended up being like $35 a piece, which no, no. So I ordered them anyways, and no, I put one of them. I attempted to put one of them on. I could barely get my arms in that thing, and it should have been too big for me. Like I ordered a size up. No. So, needless to say, I took all of them back. Hence ordering the fabric because I do actually have patterns for sports bras. Um, and I figure, and they have openings. So, like, I don't have to be completely tied down to put them on or take them off. I could have an opening. Um, but then I needed fabric because believe it or not, with all the fabric I don't have sportswear knit. Um, Now, two of these things are going back because I ordered them online because I don't do Hobby Lobby is not my jam. Not to buy fabric. It's really not. They never have what I want. And Joann's Fabric near me closed. The one in Concord might still be open, but their shoppers suck. If anybody from Joann Fabrics ever watches my YouTube or my Facebook, I'm just gonna tell you, the shoppers suck. You've sucked for a long time. It is what it is. I used to work there. It sucked when I worked there, and that was over 20 years ago. You're getting full Heidi tonight. That's all I gotta say. So I did order from denverfabrics.com. I've ordered from them before, and I do actually like their fabric. Um, this first one I did not read properly. So I like camo. I'm Gen X. We like camo. It is what it is. And the listing literally said yoga fabric, and I thought I checked it for fabric content and for stretch, but apparently I didn't because that has zero stretch. That is just straight up nylon fabric that is not stretchy. It's um like a windbreaker fabric. So that is $30 of fabric going back. Because I bought enough, I'm like, well, if I'm gonna make a sports bra, I'm gonna make the matching leggings too. I'm gonna be all matchy matchy. The next one is also going back, I think. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna talk to my kid, see what she thinks. So also camo because, you know, pink camo, why not? This one is stretchy. It is what it's supposed to be, but it feels a little plasticky. Like I don't know if I love it. I don't know. And it's another like $30 piece of fabric. So I just don't know. Now this one I love. I love. And I unfolded it and I should have folded it back up. Unfolded. Is that a word? I don't know if that's a word. Okay. So it's like this teal green and it has like the zodiac and stuff. It has zodiac symbols and then it has like some sun and like star looking things and I love it. And I'm not a fan of green in general, but it is so pretty. It is very pretty. And I'm not going to say like, that company that's all everything is buttery soft. It is not buttery soft, which means that it's not like damaged fabric. But it just feels like a really good quality, good weight for a sports bra and for um, leggings. So I'm excited about that. The next one, I liked it. I still like it. I don't know if it's really like the best for my coloring, but nobody's gonna see me in this anyway. So there she is. It's like a brown. It's really a copper color, and then it has these like holographic-y suns because I'm very into suns and moons. Um, and then I wanted to try working with denim for a hot minute. I actually somewhere in my shed I have denim shorts that I started like 20 years ago. They will not fit me right now, but maybe someday. In both like a blue denim and also, you guessed it, camo. I've always loved camo. So I got this denim, and this is a stretch denim. Yeah, it's a I forget what they call it, a one-way stretch, It only stretches along one direction, not both. But that's what the pattern called for, was for a one-way stretch. I forget, I think that's like a 10 weight denim. I wanted to see what the different weights felt like. I do like that one. It's like a good sturdy like jean. This one is also a denim, and I like stripes. I really do. I feel like they sent me like a ton of this. I didn't need very much. I don't know. Maybe I looked at the thing wrong. I would love to make myself some capris out of this if there's enough. I feel like there's little floaty things in my camera. Um, but this is like a 6 ounce denim, and it does have like the one-way stretch. It's not much of a stretch though. Not much. Um, but I just love these. Like a cute little capri would be so adorable. Yeah. And then I bought this. Oh, it looks so red. It's cardinal. It's almost the color of blood. I wanted it. I have a reunion coming up, and this is just like a t-shirt fabric. And I was like, I'm gonna make myself a t-shirt. Will I make it in time for the reunion? We don't know. But maybe I will go to the homecoming parade this year for the local high school that is down the street from my house, and I will wear it. Sarah, if I go to homecoming, you guys are coming with me. And the last piece of fabric, I swear I bought something else, is also for yoga. And it's like a pink, purple, blue kind of, I don't know, almost like a tie-dye kind of thing. In the picture on the website, it looked almost fuzzy, so I almost didn't get it, but it is a little bit lighter than the teal and the copper color, but I like it. It's pretty and I like it. So, um, yeah. So those are the fabrics that I bought. So starting in September, technically this is kind of a goal, but maybe it's not so much. Um, Starting in September, I really want to do one full year of a Thursday thread video segment. I think I talked about this before, but essentially, um, I want to, I have organized the patterns that I have gotten for free from companies like Pattern for Pirates, Made for Mermaids, Love Notions, Charm Patterns, 5 out of 4. There's a whole bunch of them. I have a pattern video somewhere on my channel. Yeah, so I want to do at least one full year of one video a week making the free patterns. And then after that time, I will start doing patterns that I have purchased. I have purchased a lot of patterns from these companies. They will not be tutorials. It'll just be like similar to like my cleaning videos, where I will just show it like either sped up or little snippets of what I'm making. And hopefully by then I've reached a more comfortable size that I feel more comfortable putting myself online in things that I've made. Who knows? I will not post things like underwear or bras. That's just not me, even in my younger, better body days. I shouldn't say it like that. I shouldn't say better body days, but I don't know. For the body that I worked for, I worked very hard for the body I had as a teenager, not gonna lie. And it was decent. um, but I have a lot of fabric and I have a lot of patterns, and I just need to use the things. Um, and and who knows? Maybe Sarah's girls and my girls will do some sewing, and we'll see if they want to put any of those on either channel. I'm not picky. And we'll see how that goes. We will see how it goes. All right, X-Men are calling. Um, Oh, Hugh. Actually, I do love Deadpool a lot. Reynolds. Come on, Ryan Reynolds. Um, yeah. But I think I've talked about this before. Superheroes, like my all-time favorite superhero is Superman, but it's Christopher Reeve's Superman, not any of the others. Uh, my favorite Batman is, why do I always forget his name? My favorite movie Batman is Michael Keaton, but my favorite Batman is, I know his name whenever I'm not thinking about it. The guy that did the actual like old TV series, and then he did all the voiceovers like all the time for cartoons and stuff. Um, Adam West. Aha, I remembered. Adam West. He's my favorite Batman. However, I love Marvel more than DC, and I love X-Men more than Avengers. It's a weird place in my brain. Strange thoughts happen. It is what it is. Ah, now that you've gotten a whole lot of weird tonight, thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, be sure to give this video a like or a thumbs up, follow or subscribe, and comment with hashtag live or hashtag replay. All of these interactions not only help push the video out to more people that will enjoy them, they help me know what content you are enjoying the most as